It is a palpable, friendly electricity in the air. There is a excitement when you get there because everyone is ready to show what they can do, but there's also very much a we're kind of in this together mentality.
It's a lot of stop and go and stop and go. And that does give you time to kind of decompress and really kind of get the lay of the land for the personalities that are here, of which there are very many accommodating, friendly, generous, compassionate people in this. And then suddenly you'll be interrupted by your name being called, and you'll run over, and you'll fight for maybe a minute or less, and then go back to that cycle.
By and large, everyone in the community will be super welcoming. There have been a bunch of tournaments we've gone to where we'll show up a day early and club practice will be going, and we'll just go hang out at their club and practice with them for a day or two. I mean, that's even happened when we've gone to like Europe or up to Canada. So even like across those borders, it's just, oh, you do swords, come play.
Attack yes, counterattack no, 1 point blue.
There and you're watching everybody else fight, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. And it was definitely different than practicing with my club at home. And sparring is friendly and you're trying out things and learning, and then competition's a little bit more intense usually, and I'm a very small woman and fighting people who are a lot larger than me most of the time. For me, part of it is just making sure that I have the gear that I need to feel comfortable, and so there's kind of that assurance for myself. And I have felt very comfortable if I ever needed to, speaking up at a competition and saying to, the director or the judge of the match, I have a concern or something like that. So people are very good about that in this community too. And it's funny because people, when they find out that I do this, they're like, oh, so do you fight in, a certain division for your size? And I'm like, no, it's just everybody fights everybody. So you get used to that from the get-go.
I am mic'd up, so I'm gonna give you a side hug. Oh, it's good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too. How did you do?
I came in 4th for TRA.
Very good.
Not bad, but I lost to this beautiful person. You're gonna come into the tournament. More often than not, you will have, I don't wanna say it's standard, but it is the current most popular form of tournament format. You will have pools where you will be put with a number of other fencers that you will fence everyone in that pool. Rev Rum is very unique that we do a double elim for this tournament, in that if you lose once, you still get to fight again and essentially claw your way back up to fight through the ring or kind of through the bracket, which is why a lot of people, again, they love multiple pools or they love like double elim brackets, because that guarantees you at least the opportunity to have more fights.
We are using steel, even if it's flexible, even if it's treated, even if we're using penetration resistant gear. Safety, safety, safety first.
The judges are there to make sure everyone's safe and kind of keep the force from escalating too high, and everyone's gear is checked before they start fencing to make sure all the protective gear is in adequate shape. The chances of injury are actually very, very small. You'll leave with a bruise or two, but that's okay. Yeah, there's a medic on staff at most tournaments, and very rarely are they doing anything more than just kind of seeing someone like went down and are they okay?
Fencers, thank you. Welcome for fencing in our ring. Excessive force for me for this ring. If I see your body break its structure, you don't even need to hit anything. I might stop you and card you. Do not hurt or threaten to hurt the opponent on the other side. Yes, you're trying to hit them, but you're not trying to break them. Same thing with a thrust. If you're here chamber trying to stab them into the next zip code, gold fighter ready. Blue fighter ready. Protect yourselves at all times, keep it clean, have fun. Fence! Directors will ask if fighters are ready or fencers are ready. Most people will either salute, they'll come in for a hug in the center, wish each other good luck. Once you are ready, the director will say ready and then fence. You get to start your exchange. And then the exchange will go until whatever scoring criteria is for the rule set happens. Usually it's until a touch happens, a halt will be called. Fencers will return to their positions, and then the judge and the directors will deliberate on what happened and judge the action accordingly. Fence! Hold! Attack arrives, counterattack does not, or nothing actually arrives, 1 point blue. And then once points are assigned for that exchange, you move on to the next exchange, and then you reset and go through again. Usually a lot of these matches are timed as well, so that is also a component too. It doesn't necessarily have to always go to a certain value. Depending on your tournament, you can either win, you can lose, or you can draw.
People standing on the sidelines between matches and kind of just like talking to them about like, oh, I think that call was bad, or oh, I think that was really cool. It was good to have that community like be immediately accepting and kind of like just, okay, you are one of us, you are here.
So people are like, they like to decompress by like, oh, I love that you did this, or like, how did you get me here? Like there's a lot of like debriefing for their own exchanges for the people that are fencing. And then they have their cohorts that are there that are trying to give them support, and they'll go in and like pat them on the back for a job well done, or they'll like reassure them. Everyone's so attentive and just looking in and checking and making sure that everyone is good. I feel it's very easy to talk to people in this community.
We're all just nerds who like to play with swords. It's a very fun, loving community, I think, even though competition can get intense. And, you know, there's some ego that comes in here and there, but, you know, at the end of the day, we're all just here to have fun, and it's a very welcoming community to people of all backgrounds, which I really appreciate.
On guard. Ready? Fence. All.
It is a blast, it is a whirlwind, it is a way to network and make friends around the world really for this sport. If you just want to meet new people and want to get out there and see what the world of fencing is like from our perspective, going to tournaments is one of, it's not the only, but it's one of the more popular and the really well-received versions of being able to get that satisfaction. But we also understand that that's not for everyone. So I always do encourage, like most tournaments will either have workshops or they'll have free sparring. Even if you're not in the competition, you can still gain a lot from going to a competition.
I would say make sure you have some food to eat in the morning and a snack some way through, drink plenty, and go in with your main goal to be to have a good time and get a chance to do something different. It's not really always about winning.
Some people go into this for exercise. Some people go in because they're very attracted to a certain master's philosophies or something, and they want to try and bring that to bear. But at the end of the day, it's all about us coming into a conversation about what your goals are and attending to that.
So competitions are definitely like a big part of HEMA, but I would encourage everyone looking at this that they are not absolutely necessary, that like you don't need to show up and like give yourself the anxiety jitters. There are also other events that are more sparring camps and playful like. It's not judged, it's not competitive, but like maybe you're camping out or maybe you have a like collective hotel, but like, okay, we have sparring space set aside, everybody come hang out, exchange ideas, take classes. It can be as intense or as like laid back as you want it to be. Like there's whatever you want to get out of HEMA, it will give you.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to discover more hobbies and visit notjusthehobby.com to learn more.